Dear Henry, the city of Rota, Spain, quiet, sun-drenched, hugging the southern edge of the Iberian Peninsula, began as no more than a humble Bronze Age fishing village. A backwater perhaps, but one rooted in salt, sea, and survival. Long before the chatter of tourists or the hum of naval machinery, it stood as a mere speck on the Atlantic coast. Then the Phoenicians arrived, those maritime traders of the ancient world. Around 3,000 years ago, they carved their presence into the Iberian coastline, and Rota was transformed from obscurity into a node of maritime commerce. The village became a harbor, a gateway, and a name on a sailor's chart. The Tartessians came next, a mysterious and semi-mythical people who called the settlement Astaroth, a name that would echo through the centuries, until Rome swept in and renamed it Speculate Rotae, or the Rosemere, suggesting a port reflecting back the red-hued sunsets that bathe Andalusia. But in 711, everything changed. The Visigoths fell, and Roderick was defeated by Tariq ibn Zayed. The Moors claimed the land, and Astaroth became Rabida Ruta, or the watchtowers of Rota. The city began watching the seas, guarding the coast, and it changed once more. Minarets rose, gardens bloomed, the culture shifted, and it became rich with North African influence. In 1217, the Frisians arrived, crusaders, and by 1248, the settlement had settled into the name we now know, Rota. It was still a trading post, a place of passage, but no longer anonymous. It had found its voice in stone and wave. Centuries passed. In 1953, Spain sought new alliances with the long shadow of the Spanish War, Franco's rule, and 2 world wars. To burnish its image and pull itself into the modern world, Spain signed an agreement with the United States, and NAFTA Rota, a joint Spanish-American naval base, emerged from that handshake. Strategic, controversial, and teeming with foreign life, it became a strange new chapter in the city's story. And in 1971, during the waning days of the Vietnam War, my story began. My father was a Seavey, working in naval construction, not combat. My mother was a housewife and emotionally adrift. Both were ruled by their addictions. They came to Rota on orders, and there, on a quiet stretch of old Roman coastline, they brought me into the world. I was born on Flower Street, in the Bay of the Sun, on the coast of light. I arrived in the ancient city of Astaroth, named Messenger of God. It felt like an omen, an auspicious beginning for a storytelling photographer. However, my parents lived by their indulgences and vices, and not long after returning to the U.S., they divorced, and I became no more than an unwanted child from an unwanted marriage. Yet I carry something beyond the inconvenience that I was. A piece of me remains in Rota, in Astaroth, in the rustle of the palms above old Moorish walls, in the hush of dawn over the Atlantic, and in the ghost sunstones beneath Flower Street. And that's why I tell stories, why I photograph the wild and weathered, because I was born with an augury, a sign that beginnings matter. May peace be with you, and may you always find the beauty of where your story began.